And I think it's funny that you said together, and we kind of laughed about it, but the truth is I came in completely unknowing of anything. I thought, let's create a website. I'll get it up there. No, that was opposite. And since you came along, you really have been together. You have put things in place in the right that has brought significant traffic to me, increased my business from Google to the website to leads. And so, as much as we joke about it, you've been there, you've kept me in the loop, and I have watched the process and the growth that just you optimizing these things and putting into place things I didn't even understand how significant an impact that does play in the business role. And I've been very fortunate, and I appreciate everything you've done, because it's you, it's your team, it's everybody. And I was unknowledgeable, and since you came in, there has been a significant traffic organically, referrals from Google to the website. Oh. And I can tell you that would not be possible.
That's awesome. That makes me so happy. And I know, we've also been setting reports like every month. I know you kind of are so busy. Like I always say, like the owner should be focused on what you're great at, and the marketing company should be focused on what we're great at. You should never focus on, the digital side of things too much. And that's kind of why we're here, to help out with literally everything, the posts, the blogs, the backlinks, the citations and stuff like that. But if I'm just going to like share on my screen real quick, I know you can't really, see this, but, where we're at before working with us, I'm just showing like what's called the heat map ranking, which just shows like we're like, pretty much nowhere to be found when we started, like top 15, top 20 everywhere.
Yeah. I was nowhere.
Versus, where we're at now. And again, that's not like a hit on you, like saying like you're not anywhere. Like I always say.
No, really, I think that you did, because I know I am not alone. And you hit it, I think, on the mark when you said, hey, we need to focus on what we do, and that's growing a business, that's selling. We have our gifts, and you really came in. And I honestly, what I appreciated is you, if there was anything, you took the time to send a text and ask if I had seen them, because truthfully, sometimes I don't take the time. But the trust factor of knowing that you are building it and keeping it in the loop. So the times that I did take a look at it, or you said, hey, do you have time to look at where we're at? Red means this. I was blown away. It was significant. And I wasn't watching it. And in that short amount of time, that growth was phenomenal, really. But you did it. I wasn't watching it. And yeah, I focused on what I did, and I was able to focus on it more and really pay attention, because I was getting so many more calls based off of everything that you implemented, put into place.
Yeah. That's another thing that like we don't want to keep your attention away from anything else. Although I do, text and try to communicate as much as I can, because a lot of previous companies, agencies that a lot of business owners work with, what I hear a lot is the transparency issue, where they don't even know what's going on. I'm like, well, you worked with this company before, but what did they do exactly? Were they doing posts? Were they doing blogs? Were they doing anything? Like, do you know exactly what they were doing? They're like, what even is all that stuff? And, someone like you, like that, pretty much knew quite a bit about SEO already before working with us, just never really got a chance to, dive into it as much as you could, because, you're so busy doing what you're supposed to be doing. It made a lot of sense for me to go back and forth with you, specifically.
Well, and I don't think that you really bothered me at all. I think that I'm really saying that from such a positive way, is I trusted you. You were experienced. I like that you touched base with me just to make sure, hey, is there anything we can do to improve? Here's where we're at. We're seeing growth. And I obviously knew that because of the calls. It wasn't oversaturated, because I can tell you that even people that have tried to reach out to me before, or, hey, I've got an SEO person, I've got this, those type of things, and that harassment, and you've never done that, and I've had you in place. So I wasn't going to team up with somebody who it felt more of a market grab than authentic. And
Mm,
the authenticity of what you wanted to do for my company and for myself was seen in, our first conversations about how you could help. And I trusted you from that moment. And the call said enough for me that I didn't. And I just like that you touched base to see how can we help anymore. Is there another area? And that's what I appreciated, the most is just touching base. Here's where we're at is can we do something for you? Because I haven't had to do anything. You've handled it all.
yeah, exactly. And as we continue to grow, and that's why another reason why I always touch base again, after a month, 2 months, whatever it is, just to see kind of where we're at with everything. Because as we grow, we want you guys to grow as well more. And so, we always get better as a team. We're always improving. And so we're always going back on sites and improving things, this and that. And I know a lot of other agencies, again, that, people that I work with in the past, just from talking with a bunch of other business owners, is they're just so like stingy and like just weird about their services. Like if a business owner asks, hey, can you touch up the website on this, and that? I hear like literally all the time of these agencies charging like $200 an hour, something crazy like that, just to like add more pictures, and they send them more invoices like that, where it's like, well, that doesn't make any sense to me. Why don't you just build your team to the point where you have enough employees so you can help your clients do whatever that they need to do to add whatever it is to the site? And that should go along with SEO too, because always updating the site, always adding things to it, that also helps improve your SEO. And charging more for like little tasks like that like never really made any sense to me, and
Well,
I know so
that's
many.
a testimony, honestly, to your business branding and the passion behind it. It's not the nickel and diming it for every aspect. It is a true, genuine desire to help grow businesses for people instead of, invoicing.
Yeah.
And that's why, you're the real deal. And I appreciate it.
Well, I appreciate that a lot, Mindy. I definitely don't want to take up, too much of your time, but yeah, I just really appreciate, you trusting us to help us or help you with everything. And yeah, I'm looking forward to continue to grow and continuing to update the site and continuing to dominate your area. So.
Well, I appreciate it, and we appreciate your team and everything you've done for us, and truly a godsend. So thank you so much, Andre, and look forward to more business.